Alright, welcome back to the third game of Russia against Romania in the MYM Nations Cup. We've had the Russians taking the first game in very quick game that was only 12 minutes long. Then we had the Romanians against the Russians in the second game, the Romanians ending up taking that one after a quite even early game, but then the Romanians just seemed to drag away from the Russians, getting more kills, getting more towers, more farm, and eventually the Russians forfeited. So here we are in the third game, and Russia is second on the ban button, Romania is first as the Scourge. You can always read a lot out of the bans, of course. Russia first banning that Weaver, was pissed off at how Romania owned with that one the last game. Romania, on the other hand, getting rid of Clockwork and Visage, two heroes that were very important in Russia's dominance in Game 1. And Russia themselves banning Ancient Apparition, of course, as the Romanians are first pick. Don't want the Romanians to get their hands on the Ancient Apparition. As the time is now ticking down for Romania with 10 seconds left on the original time on their third ban. So, question is if we're going to see the guys settling for the same sort of strategy with the last game. Russia, actually in both games, Russians not heavy on carry. Taking a strategy that's powerful in early mid game, and then eventually if it goes late they're going to lose it. While the Romanians have had more late game, and especially in the last game with both Weaver, Alchemist as well as Potom, but really efficiently moved around the map with their heroes and the powerful mobility to get them the kills and actually even secure the mid game. Which is obviously the reason why Russia forfeited. They didn't even have better late game, so there was almost no way of coming back into that game, and they realized and wanted to forget the game and go for the next one. Tuskar is out for Romania. Windrunner banned for Russia, so this means that the Firebird is available. The Phoenix could be picked now, and I'm really expecting to see it getting picked by one of the teams for the first 3 picks. Question is if the teams actually has a player for it. That's what's going to be interesting to see, if Romania has a Phoenix player, if Russia has a Phoenix player, or if they're just going to leave it. Thrall has only been banned. I don't even think Thrall was banned in any of the games, and he wasn't picked, so he wasn't considered relevant. While other heroes have been picked and banned every game, like Ancient Apparition, Weaver, and there it is. The Firebird. We're going to see it played. We're going to see Phoenix for the first time in an official game. Because of the unban mode in the MYM Prime Nations, we will see if this hero is as ridiculously imbalanced as it is claimed once we get into a very high-skilled game. Because as we all know, an in-house game is very far from an official game with full teams. So we'll see how this one works out for the Romanians, but I think they're just happy to get their hands on this Firebird. They've banned it the last 2 games, or actually the first game they banned it because they were second pick. The second game the Russians banned it because the Romanians were first pick, but this time they either forgot it or didn't care, so now it's going to be a Firebird. Shaker was banned both games, now it's available. Russians getting their hands on that one fairly quickly. And we'll see what they pick up together with that. Of course, Shaker, brilliant hero for defensive tri-laning, a brilliant hero for team fighting. Also for roaming, actually, so can do a lot of different things with this bloody cow. Invoker is going to be picked for Russia. They've got God on the button, so I believe they will be picking that one to satisfy God. If you know what I mean with satisfying God. Romania, time's up. Or actually it's not, but it's time. 20 seconds left on the standard time. They're going to get a couple of picks in now. Question is, and this is something I'm very open to, because I've never seen it before. I cannot really give you any sort of strategic insight on what this Phoenix works well with. We'll just have to see how it works out. I know how the hero works, but that's it. With the diving spell that actually moves it in a curve like this, you can stop it where you want, or you can follow it all the way back to your beginning. Then you've got the Sun Ray, which is channeling. You can move while using it, but you move slower. And then you fire a ray which drains your mana and costs health. I believe it's both. Then you've got yourself a heal. I don't even remember the name of it. Let me find that. This is actually relevant. Wow, this is interesting seeing this new hero in play. It's strength, right? There we go. There it is. It's called Fire Spirits, which is he makes some fire spirits around himself. They grow, and the longer they grow, the more they heal once he uses them. And then finally, he's got the ultimate, the Supernova, which turns him into an egg, which deals damage per second to all enemies around him. and restores him to full health and full mana if it's allowed to channel for a number of seconds. If it's not, it's for the simple reason that he takes 7 normal hits only from heroes. 7 hits on this Phoenix egg kills it, nothing else does. No spell damage, no creeps, no Necronomicons, nothing. So the heroes have to focus him in that supernova, and that might be the actual power of this hero. Similar to the way Weaver is used, you use the Swarm and you have to fight the team, but still you have to fight the beetles. If you fight Phoenix, you don't only have to fight Phoenix, you have to fight his egg too, if he gets that off. So similar to Weaver in that respect. But back to the picks. Weaver, yeah, talking about Weaver. Potom and Vengeful Spirit getting picked for Romania, so some nice, they've got Swap, they've got Leap. Again, mobility for Romania. Russia getting their hands on Morphling, setting up for that trial-in with the Earthshaker, and some more late game. Worth noticing as well, once they get God into the game, it looks like they're settling for some more late game, so that's a little bit of interesting analysis. And another interesting point, of course, looking at this egg of the Phoenix, is that 7 hits are what's needed to bring that egg down. And Invoker seems to be a very reasonable counter to that with his... oh, I forgot what it's called. Alacrity. With the Alacrity, which gives a massive attack speed bonus. If he gives that to a Morphling who has a lot of agility morphed, he can do about 2 or 3 hits per second, and that really quickly gets rid of that egg. With a Shaker around, it should be possible. Fissure can block them off, buy Morphling some time to destroy the egg. And we'll see if Russia play that one out, but that should be very, 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 very key to them right now to realize that they can use their lineup in that way to counter the Phoenix ultimate. Pogna removed by Romania. Not really sure what the reasoning was behind that. They seem to have a pretty good grip on the Pogna in the last game. And Phoenix spells are not that costly in mana, if I remember correctly. I don't think we can actually... I don't remember. I can only look at the names and I don't remember exactly what it is. So that's going to be saved for later. Yeah, interesting thing about Phoenix as well that we haven't talked about just yet is that it's a strength ranged. I think the only hero apart from Phoenix which is a ranged strength hero is Huskar, if my memory serves me right. So that's an interesting thing as well. It's ranged strength. It has a huge strength gain as well if you look. 2.9 strength gain per level is actually more than Huskar. It's more than even Dragon Knight gets per level. So Phoenix gets a lot of health per level. And actually he has the same starting strength as Dragon Knight. So I think they've probably got the same starting HP as well. And Phoenix can become a pretty powerful tank. Back to bans. Crystal Maiden, didn't mention that, has been removed by Romania, and finally Lich and Tide for Russia. So getting rid of those teamfight heroes that Romania could use together with this Phoenix. Clever bans, I have to say, from Russia. Disabling the key teamfight heroes that could work together with the egg of the Phoenix. So a very, very wise decision for Vayne as a captain for Russia to get rid of that. And as it looks, it has left Romania thinking, what to get now? Maybe they wanted that Lich, maybe they wanted the Tide, and neither of them is available. Very, very good banning coming out of Russia. And it's Thrall! Whoop the fucking who! We've got Thrall as well. 2 new heroes for Romania, ladies and gentlemen. Spicing it up, while Russia staying a little bit more classic with 3 of the top picks of this version. I don't know about you, but I'm really looking forward to this now. After seeing these picks, it's going to be great. It's going to be interesting, and it could very well it could very well backfire. But no matter what, it's definitely going to be interesting. As Russia will need to really think outside the box now, because now they're stuck against 2 new heroes that they might not be that familiar with. It depends how much they've played against them, but they should definitely know the strength of the Scourge lineup right now. Getting their hands on the Lina for some bursting power. Question is if Russia are trying to settle for bursting out the Phoenix before he actually gets the egg off. Or if they're trying to perhaps burst out the Thrall with that Laguna Blade. Of course, Pogna is banned, so it's not available for Russia to counter the Lina with. For Romania, of course. Romania to counter Lina with. Whoops, just a moment. There we go. Tab it down. There we are. And Romania. Thinking about this one. They've got the Phoenix, they've got the Thrall. How can they combo this? good AoE combo can come out of this little green fella war chief thingy. Of course, with the kinetic field, I think it's called. Wow, I don't even remember all the names of the spells now. This is, yeah, it's called kinetic field. And he's got which creates a field on the map itself, which has an AoE approximately like what I'm doing with my mouse right now. Any hero inside cannot move out. Any hero outside cannot move in, unless if they've got blinks. I'm not sure if Force Staff tolerates it. If you can force out of it, people in chat might know if they've played it some more than I have. Then he's got Thunderstrike, a nuke that you put on a target, and then it follows the target around and deals damage to the target and any surrounding units in a small AoE. Glimpse, which teleports the target back in time. It's some sort of like the Weaver's ultimate that we saw in the last game, which teleports the Weaver back. Only that Thrall can cast it on opponents and not allies. So he can cast, for instance, if Morphling wave forms in, he can use Glimpse on Morphling and he's instantaneously teleported back in time to where he was before he started waveforming. And that could be very, very important for the Romanians. Finally, his ultimate, Static Storm, creates a cloud this size, pretty much the same size as the kinetic field, which deals damage to all targets in the area, more damage over time, and silences everybody for 5 seconds if they stay inside. And with that in mind, what hero is better for the Romanians to combo with than the Conquer, which they've picked up now? Catching the heroes inside of that force field enables Conquer to hit Torrent Ship perfectly on any heroes inside. They can, if they're very skilled and if they get the right position and see it coming, they can perhaps dodge the torrent, but there's no way they can dodge the ship. It is going to hit them, and it's going to be fatal. And if the Phoenix is in there, in the mix together with that, it's going to be havoc. And I think the Romanians are very happy with their teamfight picks just now. What the Russians need to settle for is better laning play. Because while these new heroes might be strong, they might not be as powerful in the laning phase. Thrall needs levels. He needs levels big time before he becomes a threat. And the Russians could perhaps effectively deny him on the back of something like a Lion, which is a very clever pick here in my opinion. They need to burst out something. They need to burst out something from the Romanian combo so it doesn't get fired off. And Lion is, of course, a key hero for that. On top of that, they've themselves got some pretty decent AoE fighting with the Shaker as well as Invoker. Fisher Meteor combo is a classic. Stunning heroes in a line and then meteoring them. There's a little bit of lag, guys, don't worry, it's the Invoker. Always makes the game lag. And yeah, let's run over the lineups. We've already had our heroes picked. We've got Vayne for Russia playing Morphling, so he's actually taking on some sort of a carry role in this. That's going to be interesting to see. Vigos, Lina, anyone surprised? I'm not. God is playing Invoker, not surprised either. Aizen Lion, not surprised either. And Cliff Shaker, not surprised either. So this was actually very predictable when you come to think of it. Romania, Papazarel the captain is taking... Oh, look at it, isn't it pretty? Makes you want to cuddle it with the mouse and stuff. Look, I'm stroking the fucking back of this Firebird. They've got Sony playing Potom. Rococo is going to play the Vengeful Spirit, also one of Rococo's key heroes. I talked about the Witch Doctor. Vengeful Spirit is the other one. And Crystal Maiden is probably the third. Those are his three key heroes. Then we've got Lion playing the Conquer. And finally, Frieza is going to have his hands on this Thrall up top, as we might see an engage down on bottom for the first blood. Is the stun there? Vengeful gets the stun in. Diving Phoenix is going to dive in behind. Beautiful play by Papazarel already using that Icarus dive to get in good position. And that's going to be a first blood for the Romanians. Take a lot of damage, but well worth it. The Potom has 2 flasks. He took the biggest part of the beating. Oh, Rococo. Oh, needs one more hit from the tower. Oh, actually 2, but he's going to survive it. So, Romanians, sneaky first blood down there on God's Invoker. Only cost them a couple of flasks. And Icarus dive already there, showing its power. Being able to reposition himself behind the Invoker inside the woods. Actually even chopping down the trees. Got in a good position with that. And on the other hand, Russia really trying to deny Frieza. Beautiful Fisher stun combo coming out of Lina and Shaker. You can waveform through the kinetic field, so that's going to be Frieza dying. Beautiful play from Russia as well. Quick response. And take down Frieza's Thrall there. What's going to be the breaking point for Romania is if this Conquer gets farm. Of course, later on, the Potom as well as Conquer are going to be dangerous. Good late game material, but the question is if they can match the Morphling as well as the Invoker. They're already diving him again. TP from Lina, quick response from Vigos. Gets the stun on only Vengeful, not on the Conker, and that's going to be trouble. Trouble for God, and trouble for Vigos. All of a sudden he finds himself getting killed. Gets the stun off, but God cannot follow up. He tries to get a couple of hits in on Rococo, but it's not going to be enough. Lion takes that kill. Tower needs to get one more hit. Alright, so there's a response on Rococo there. He should have perhaps run the other way to survive that one. But the Icarus dive shows its strength. I'm not sure how high its damage is, but it seems very, very threatening. I believe it even does something more than reposition and dealing damage. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it also has the same effect as the Deafening Blast, meaning that if Phoenix flies through heroes, they are unable to attack for a short period. I could be wrong, but it seems like that might be the case. We'll have a look at that. We will see it, of course, in this game if it is relevant. Up top, Thrall. Thrall could be in trouble. This Shaker is perfectly positioned. Cliff just needs to get the engage here. He's going to go in, get the block. Nice positioning, and he could block him down there with the Fisher. Oh, nice tango munching from Frieza is going to get in there, and then the kinetic field is going to lock Cliff in place. And there you see the size of it. Huge AoE. Vegas tries to get a fish, not too fast. Tries to get a stun off, but he's not going to reach it with that light strike array of Lina. And now the question is what the Russians are going to do about this Invoker being so crippled. Because if he keeps getting nerfed, we know how hard it is to make a comeback with Invoker. He needs levels, he needs a good start. And he's got everything else than a good start this time around. As we've got some... we've not got a no-smoking policy in this game if we've got two heroes smoking in around the middle. Aizen could be in trouble if he goes too far ahead. Bottom is ass. Aizen senses something going on as there's two heroes missing on bottom, and he's staying very defensively here at the tower. And he will get ganked if he goes too far ahead, and he is doing it now. Could it be an opening? Rococo is going in, but Aizen is just baiting it. He's going to move forward and then back quickly to try and bait them out of the smoke, and he does so successfully. The smoke has been used. Now they're visible, and this gang has certainly failed. On the other hand, is God, is he getting something down on bottom? Question is if Conker can hold him down. He's level 5. The high level splash is going to be very powerful against this Invoker. If it hits a couple of times, he's going to be very low on health. He might actually get some help. Who's sneaking around Rococo? Oh, he gets spotted by that catapult. Unlucky. And this gang is not going to be successful, at least not in the way they planned it. Shaker got low up top. Apparently the nukes from Frieza are dealing a lot of damage to him. Wisely farming the forest, wisely pulling against this tri-lane. He's going to get his level 4 almost now from this Mud Golem, so he's looking pretty alright up top. Similar to Invoker. Actually, Invoker is doing better down on bottom experience-wise, so Frieza has been dealt with, you have to say, but he... Still, the Thrall is going to need levels less than the Invoker, and that's why Russia really have to help this guy on bottom. If he gets ganked a couple of more times, it's going to be hell on earth for him to play this game. Conker is getting a ring in one creep, and that means he can withstand the Invoker harassment and actually take the battle to him. Thrall farming up a bit, might be in trouble soon. Lina and the Shaker are in position. Is the Fisher coming? It is. Hits just on the edge. Light Strike Array. And the Dragon Slave is going to finish him off together with Vayne, so Vayne gets that kill on the Morphling. Is he actually 2-0? He's actually 2-0 on Morphling. Important. Invoker has invoked Ghost Walk to keep himself alive against this. The Romanian should realize that Dust is obligatory at this point against an Invoker. Invoker just stalking around for a bit of experience points. As Thrall is TPing top. Oh, this is a... If he had the vision on the Morphling, he could have killed him with his nuke there. Morphling is actually going in. Vayne playing this way too aggressively, and the Thunder had already been used by Thrall, and that's why he could go in. Thrall was lightninging. Why? What's that for a word? That's the verb, right? The verb for using lightning is now lightninging. The creep wave up top, and of course that means that Morphling could go in. Vigos playing aggressive. Stun's gonna hit. Dragon Slave. Morphling, does he have a waveform? No, he doesn't. He's gonna get killed by Thrall. Or is he? He does have the morph skill leveled up, so he is gonna survive it by morphing. Clever play coming out of Vayne, and really doing Morphling justice just then. Gonna hit his level 6. He doesn't have too much farm by the looks of it. He's got 23 at 6, so that's actually pretty okay. 19 on Aizen, 14 on G, while the Romanians have very, very good farms on bottom as well as Kunkka, and almost nothing on the others. So a big farm on 2 heroes against a decent farm on 3. Could call it a tie. A beautiful TP is going to fly off from Vayne here. Sensed it coming, getting out of there. Vengeful and Icarus moved up there in Vayne. Haha, what a wordplay. He's called Vayne. In Vayne? Yeah, what? Fuck you, Synderin. Bottom is farming up mid. He's got haste. He's going to take the creep wave in middle. And have we even had a save yet, RJ? I don't think we have, so we might call for a save as soon as action is over. Looks like there's a bit of pushing coming off from Romania up top, so you might want to wait with the save until this battle up here is over. I believe we're going to see a battle with the Russians trying to defend this tower. I don't want to give this away. There is a Basilisk on the Thrall, allowing them to push ever so more powerfully. And there is the heal. There you get to see it. Fire Spirits, the growing small phoenixes around the Phoenix. Oh, the Thrall kinetic is going to miss. You see? That exclamation mark above Morphling means that he can't attack. So I was right about that Icarus dive. He cannot attack while Icarus dived. Bottom was very low as well while trying to kill that Lina. And he's coming back. Brave play by Sony. He's going to come back around the back here, trying to get an arrow. Oh, is he? He's just running around, poking this line a little bit. His haste has run out. Doesn't have more bottle charges. But will successfully perhaps claim this top tower on the back of this bottom, holding them away. They can't really go to the tower. They know they're 2 against 4. And Lion is farming pretty well down on bottom against Invoker. So it seems like they've got every reason to be happy about pushing this top tower. They're not losing on other lanes for it. Shaker is the only guy in middle, and he can barely push this lane. Kunkka is going for it. Oh, we just caught the tail of that. Hit the torrent ship. God tried to escape with the Ghost Walk, but didn't just make it. And now Lion is in a very powerful position. 1500 gold, Ring of Health boots, could get face boots, could get treads, and almost a perseverance for his Battle Fury that he might be aiming for. Could also go for the Vanguard. Can you save, Anji? After this, Bottom did survive that one. We're gonna have a fight up top as well. Morphling is diving in on this Thrall. Thrall only level 5, still doesn't have the silence. Morphling doesn't have mana for the wave yet. He used his stick, he does now. Is gonna try to get the Vengeful. The Vengeful is done for, and so is Sony in middle. Around the middle anyway. He got killed by Azen, so a couple of important kills for Russia, who are now in the lead by 6-4. Kunkka farming. Gonna have a quick look at the creep stats after this save, just very, very shortly to very, very quickly, just to see what's going on in the world of farm. God 24, Frieza, Lion 51, so double the farm on Kunkka down here on bottom. And you see this Invoker is really crippled. I'm surprised to see the Russians not really helping God out. He's lost his tower as well. I think he denied it, but it's still gone. And this Kunkka is just getting fatter by the minute. What's he going for? Treads. If you don't know the song right now, by the way, it's Becoming Insane by Infected Mushroom. If you're into some alternative electronic, that's what you want to listen to. Tower up top is getting pushed by the Sentinel. It's deniable now. We'll see if the Romanians decide to deny it or keep it for TP purposes and baiting. Sony at least wants to farm the wave. Seems like he's in doubt whether to deny it or not, but he ends up not doing it at least. Farming the lane. Vengeful, sneaking around here, wants to get a crack at the Invoker. Kunkka is pretty close. Venge only level 4, but it should seal the deal. That one stun from Venge and the Howl could actually be the only thing they need. With a Kunkka Cleave, Ship, and Torrent. Is that Treads coming out? It's Treads coming out for G. And while G is using the chicken, he could get engaged. There's the X. Torrent is going to hit. Do they have a dust? Oh, they don't have a dust. Oh, G. Playing on the edge of that one, but the lack of a dust is going to keep him alive. Else he would have been done for there. Frieza in middle, God is level 6. Invoker, Icarus only level 5. So that egg is not available just yet. Lion wants the rune. Not gonna get it, could be in trouble. He's gonna walk into a kinetic field. This is a good play coming out of Frieza. Lion is silenced as well. He's gonna take the fall, or is he? He's got 1 HP. He's got, oh well. What a close call for Azen. But the one kept him alive. And that was just on the edge of it while down on bottom. Coco is now getting spotted, is getting killed by 3 Russian heroes. Finally got the help he needed. And Coco will have to run his way out of this one against Lina and Invoker, and they're never going to be able to kill him. He's got 1200 HP. So they're going to give up on that. Icarus still needs some experience. Only level 5. Denied tower up top from Vayne, so the push successfully coming through for Romania, getting that top tower dealt with. Gonna see some treads coming up on Sony now, as well as a TP scroll. Oh, he doesn't have the gold for TP yet. Bad calculation, Sim. Middle. It looks like the Romanians are way more aggressive in their playstyle. They're taking 3 towers now, while the Russians seem to be cornered a little bit. And they're the ones ahead on kills. They're 7 and 4, and it's the Romanians pushing. Russia should successfully get a kill on the back of this, so they will get the conquer for it. But it cost them a tier 1 in mid. And it's not really a worthy trade, especially not if this is going to happen. Thrall does catch the Shaker in the kinetic field. Lightning, stun from Venge. Is it going to be enough? Needs 1 more hit. Yes, the Phoenix does catch him on the tail of it. Phoenix is going to pay with his life, though. Did not have time to skill his ultimate, and probably didn't have mana for it either. And now Vengeful is getting caught on the tail. Invoker, Tornado is perfect. Stunning. Invoker, is he able to run off? I think that was the wrong target. He stunned there. He probably would have wanted to go for the line and try to run off. Unsuccessful. Unsuccessfully escaping, you could say. Oh, the proper word for it would probably be not escaping. As somebody's thinking about having a crack up here. Sony. Arrow. No, he doesn't want to go. He just wants to click in a little bit. Almost got the double starfall off, but cancelled it, seeing he wouldn't get it. Farming the creep wave. Aizen's Lion pushing mid. He is looking to get some good farm up here. This Lion is very, very far away from his Blink Dagger at these 13 minutes. He's just going to barely have his treads now. And that's on the back of zone in 29 CS at 12. This is not how little farm we usually see coming out on Lion when Aizen plays it. Potem's got 62, 66 on Concat. Way more farm than the Sentinel heroes have got. They've got about 40, both of them. And Lion 30. So the farm advantage and the tower advantage is for the Romanians, while the Russians have got 5 additional kills. And on the back of that, it's actually hard to say who's in the lead, but I would say a slight lead to the Romanians based on these 3 towers as well as the farm, or perhaps it's not even a slight. As so, it might even be bigger than I'm just making it, because if the thing is, if they just get 1 kill or 2, they're in such a good position to get aggressive wards out and keep the Russians pressured. Now they've got Nether Swap and Vengeful Spirit as well. Conker is forcing the Sentinel heroes away. Is he going to get a torrent? No, he's not. Both Lion as well as Lina do get out of this one, as the courier is almost getting killed by Sony. Interestingly enough, noticing about Sony's nickname, usually called Sony 4CE, whether it's to be pronounced as Force or Ace, is a discussion that's been going on. And Sony decides to erase any doubt by by replacing it with Zor. So it's Sony Zor playing that bottom. Yes, it's a little bit of another little detail there. Is there an arrow coming, Sony? Arrow! Oh, Vayne walks into it. Silence needs to hit. It does. Frieza finishes him off, and Pepazarel was also there instantly with that Icarus dive flying over him. An important kill coming off. Frieza ending that killing spree, getting a lot of gold on that, a lot of experience, as this Morphling was actually level 9, alright, now well, still level 9, while the other heroes are level 8 and 7 on the Phoenix and Thrall. And now they're going to try to push for this. Potem is there as well. They've got 5 heroes up there now. This is what they wanted. Romania, the powerful team fight that we talked about. Thrall, Conker, as well as Icarus. And now Icarus has his ultimate, which we haven't seen used yet, but we might. Tornado. Is there going to be an EMP? Yes, there is. They're going to leap away from that. Oh, Conker! Caught off! Beautiful Fisher is going to come off from cliff here. But they just can't bring him down. And there's the egg. They're getting burnt. They're getting burnt. Look at Lina getting so dangerously low here with the kinetic, with the thunderstorm on him as well. Nobody's going to get killed though, but we did see the egg come off now, so it's being used for the first time. Nobody actually died in that exchange. What a surprise. Lina escaping with these about 200 HP. Shaker, oh wow, Shaker was low as well, 50 HP. Just goes to show the power of this Romanian lineup if they just get in on it. Didn't even use the ship. If they had a ship there, that would have been perhaps even a full team wipe, if not only 3 kills. And we'll need to successfully use that ship to win the fight, it seems. Lina's dusted, smoked rather. Smoking down on bottom. Looking to pick out Thrall for himself. He actually has the level to do it. All 3 nukes and a couple of hits will be enough. Seems like he's waiting for his little friend Cliff. Thrall does not see it coming. Thrall, you're in deep shit, buddy. There's the Fisher. Stun, Slave, Laguna. Goodbye to Frieza. No way he could have done anything to avoid that, apart from not being on the lane. Oh, Sony elegantly dodging that tornado with leap. And now Kunkka. Is there X-Torrent? Starfall, not getting it off. Lion is there, impaling them all. Fish, successfully fingering. No, he doesn't get the finger off. And now he could be very much in trouble. Oh, who's actually leading this fight? This is a big mess. Kunkka, gets the cleave off. Shaker's going to take the fall. This DD Potom is dealing massive damage, swapping him out. Beautifully played by Coco. And now Aizen's line is going to take the fall as well. Are they going to get more casualties? The Icarus is in here. Potom dealing so much damage. 2 more hits on Vigos. Maybe even 1 with that Terror on. Now it's going to be 2. He has 8 HP. This is how we know Vigos dodging the arrow. Is there an Icarus dive? No, it's just going to be a hit. It's enough. 3 kills for the Romanians. They're in a good position now, and we might see the statistics staying true. The team that wins the second game wins the third. If they've lost the first one, at least the Romanians in a very, very good position right now that the Russians will need to find a way out of. And it just seems like there's no farm coming out of this Morphling and Invoker, and that's what they need. They need the carries to be strong so they can fight this massive team fight from the Scourge, but they're not really getting their farm. So effective denying from the Romanians as we see Frieza, oh, Vayne needs 1 more hit, he keeps morphing, he's gonna survive, and now he could even make a counter go, waveforming, completely missing that waveform. So Vayne was way off on that one, and he keeps morphing up, so he's not gonna be killed by anything here. Thrall's gonna glimpse him though. Okay, Frieza. Hi, Vayne. He's just tickling him a little bit. I can throw you back in time. Without actually having any purpose of doing so. As the 18-minute rune has spawned now, the Romanians will know it's not bottom, so Potom will be making her way up to top to claim that one. You can see that the line is so pressured in this game for the fact that he's got a Bracer. It really goes to show how well he's been held down by the Romanians here. He's got treads, and he chose to go for a Bracer because he's desperate for HP. You usually see a Lion going for the Blink first, and then perhaps a BKB without getting a Bracer at all. But he's definitely under pressure this time, and Potom is going to claim another one of these beautiful blue DD runes. Icarus almost got caught by Lion. The Icarus dive is going to keep him safe.
A player's forces are under attack.
Potom tries it. Oh, he TP'd in the middle of his creep, so a wise play by Vayne. Not sure if he probably didn't see it coming, it was just pretty random. There's no ward to spot the Potom, but safely TPing out at least. 4 Scourge, 4 Sentinel, 5 from, only 4 from each side still. There's no 5 Scourge heroes, and they're all going to retreat. Aizen TPing mid to grab himself some farm. You just see this nuke from Thrall, that must be piss annoying. You've got a cloud over your head, and it actually deals 300 damage over the full duration almost. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can't run from it. You can BKB. That's pretty much all you think you can do. BKB or Lincolns. And no vision is going to stop it. Oh, Lina placing a sentry. They could be in trouble. Walking into a vengeful stun. Kunkka Torrent completely misses the Torrent. What a misclick from Lion. And now they're not even going to be able to claim Vigos. Maybe this is the Vigos effect. Guys, it's Vigos. You must Torrent. And then he stresses it totally. So Lion misses that by a very big margin. And that was a safe kill for the Romanians that they threw away. So some nerves are definitely being shown. It's not all on the routine just yet. And what a miss. Russians on the other hand. Oh, Tornado catches the Thrall on the edge. So does Fisher. It catches the Kunkka. Kinetic Field could keep this Kunkka alive. The Lion cannot move out of it. Shaker running in. Enchant Totem. There's the ship's going to hit absolutely nothing, but the Morphling is very low here. He can't really fight. The Potom is after him. DD Potom uses the ulti. Fisher Should be ready again soon to block them off. There we go. Potom, does he have an arrow? Nice torrent is going to hit the Conker, but they can't really follow through. They can't. This Fissure is perfect from Cliff. Really making it, getting the job done. And well, that's something about those fire spirits that I'm not completely familiar with. I guess you guys have already talked about it in the chat. Oh yeah, of course, he can throw the fire spirits as well. That's right, he has the choice of using them to heal himself or throwing them to damage an opponent. That's right, that's what we saw just there. So, another utility coming out of the Phoenix. And just look at him, level 8. 1100 HP on a spellcaster hero. Remarkable. Stalling a little bit on kills. We'd like to see some more action. Conker's getting very, very fat. How's Morphling doing? He's got a Yasha. He's going for Sanjian Yasha first. Not sure if I agree with that. We'll see how it works out for him. Bottom farming Ancients. Little static play right now. Both teams are a bit afraid to go in. Could be the lack of aggressive vision. It seems like... No, it looks like Russia has defensive vision down here. Oh, there is an engage. What the hell? Lion jumps in and snipes this Vengeful Spirit, but it's going to come at a cost. Lion gets killed. There were 3 heroes killing this Vengeful Spirit, and an immediate response coming out of Romania there with the Potom as well as the Icarus. And I didn't get to see how that played out. Saving is going to come off from Anjay. Rune spawn 22. Who gets that? Who gets it? Potom gets another rune. Regen. Is he looking at anything in base? He's got a... What is this? Ah, I can't find it. Don't you just hate when this happens? There it is. It's a Yasha. Alright, so the Potom has almost got his Mantis Star finished. He needs about 400 gold. And the tower that they didn't deny top is actually still not fallen. Now it's going to get denied by Frieza. So waited a bit on that one, but eventually it does get denied. Regen used on Potom. Is he going to try it? He is. Arrow comes on G. One hit. Star falling. It's just going to be for harassment. He knows he can't kill him. But G has picked up a Force Staff as well on that Invoker. And this guy's going to be a beast. I have that feeling. You know when you have that feeling that a carry is going to be a force. That's exactly how I'm feeling about this Conker right now, and the Russians have every reason to be worried about this one. Thrall's farming up top. He's looking for... what's he actually getting? 4 staff? Vanguard? Can't really decide, it looks like. Perhaps a Vitality Staff booster of epicness? Something like that. As Conker is getting very close to his cleave, if that's what he decides to go, he could also pick up a Lothar's first for the extra mobility that the Romanians like to play with, positioning. The cleave, of course, very, very powerful when you get that. Bigos dodging an arrow from Sony. This ward is still Russia's, so this ward by Rococo is very, very interesting. You see where it's placed, it has some sort of a vision radius around here. And it's hard to counter because you're never going to guess it's there. So it gave the vision for that arrow for Potom, but unfortunately Vigos moved. He would have been toast if it weren't for his movement there. Little bit of farming in mid for Vengeful. Finally he gets a little bit of farm, I guess he thinks. Arrow on Conker. Ooh, not on Conker. That's not Conker. That's Invoker. But no follow-up. Oh, sorry about that. Conker's... What did he buy? Butter Fury. Butter Fury is up. The Battle Fury is coming out here for Conker. He's gonna pick that one up. Looking over the levels, interestingly enough, 13, 11, 12, 11, 9. So an average of about 11 or 12 as level of the Russians. The Scourge, 9, 14, 9, 12, 15, so actually about the same average. They've got about level 12 and a half, 13 in average, but it's less equally distributed. We've got level 9 on the Phoenix as well as the Venge, while the other heroes have high levels, and this is very, very important what's going on right now. Romania counter-warding and starting on Roshan, but the Russians will know they've got a ward perfectly placed up here by Vigos. And now the tornado is going to give the Romanians away. And the Romanians are not going to be happy that they don't get to claim this one for free. Kinetic field is going to do nothing but block them out. And unsuccessful Roshan attempt, unless they decide to continue. Which would be an interesting approach, but I doubt it. So now the Russians have sent Morphling to middle. He doesn't have a replicate. Any arrow from Romania could give an opening right now, or kinetic field catching somebody in place. Lot of options to open this fight up. Thrall needs to be careful. They're coming for him. Lion looking for an option. Nothing really going to come out though. As now they're walking in, they're smoked, but the sentry should have spotted them, I believe. As now they're going for the Thrall. Thrall's getting killed instantly. They used everything on that, and that should give them a huge deal of things to think about, because here comes the combo. All of this shit is going to fire in, instantly killing two of the Romanians. Phoenix Egg was used as well, and now Conker finds himself chasing this Invoker. Where's the dust? They don't have dust, but Lion is going to be a casualty here as well. Gets stunned, one more hit from that Conker, so 3 kills for Romania. Morphling did get a tower in trade here, so arguably not too terrible for the Russians, but they need to be careful now. The Romanians have caught up in score, and you can't say that the Russians have caught up in farm. Only Morphling has got farm. The others, nothing worth noting. Right, just had a quick look at the scoreboard right now. Everything looks like it's going Romania's way at the moment. Gonna defend the middle with this Conker and get that Lothar's edge up, perhaps. I'm getting a phone call. Not gonna answer that one. Mom, you can wait. I'm shoutcasting. Shaker's looking very, very far into the horizon for his dagger, it seems. He's 2,000 gold away from it at 27 minutes. And, yeah, that should worry the Russians a bit as well, that he's far away from his Blink Dagger, because it's a key of their team fighting ability that he does get that one up. It's actually the only core teamfight hero apart from Invoker. And if that Blink Dagger doesn't get up, it's going to be hard for Cliff's Shaker to get in. While the Scourge, with their teamfight, Thrall, Conker, Phoenix. Arguably Venge could be called a teamfight hero as well, because swap is just so crucial for teamfights. And he did get the Vanguard on Thrall, actually. That's answered my question. Got the Vanguard up. And now he's going far in. Could be in trouble. Lion, does he reach the Hex? Oh, he had to go all the way around the creep, so he didn't. And Invoker just ever so poor, really needs to get his farm on. And Potem is looking for an opening. He could actually kill him in the duration of an arrow. There it is. God, perfect arrow. Leaping. Starfall. Where's the Manta Star? There it is. Needs more hits, more hits, more hits. 4 staff. Oh, it's not going to be enough. He needed to be a little bit fast on that one, but a close call at least. And Sony really showing his strength there to God, giving him something to worry about. Phoenix Illusion is gonna spot Lina Illusion and Lina Real. Of course it's a replicate, not an illusion of the Lina. Lina's picked up a point booster, so a little bit more HP and mana for her, but still no more mobility, and it's gonna be hard for Lina to get her spells off in these fights without a Blink Dagger. He is in a pretty good position here, though. Thrall's pushing, Conker's pushing. Looks like Romania want to take the fight to the Russians now or never. Arrow! Arrow! Morphling gets hit by a full arrow, but it's not going to be enable them to engage. Or is it? Thrall catching 2 in that kinetic field. Where is the Conker? Where's the ship? The Torrent? Everything is too late. That was perfect engage by the Thrall, but there should have been a quicker reaction from the Romanians. So showing a little sign of weakness there, as there is the Sunray for the first time this game. We get to see the Sunray holding them away. What a kinetic field from Frieza that was, though. Very, very good engage he saw there. But still, tier 2 tower is the Romanian, so it wasn't all in vain.
player's forces are under attack.
Podam's got another one. It really looks like Sony is sitting well on these runes this game. I think he's got like 6 of them in a row. Or something of the sort. Oh, almost there. At least Romania, sorry. Have got 6 runes in a row, I think, or something like that. Completely dominating the map. It's the Russians caught on their own halves. Only one half. Their own half of the map. And this should be bright for Russia. The Shaker's only 1k away from the Blink now, so efficiently farmed up 1,000 gold in 3 minutes, and that's what he needs to do. This is the time for the Shaker to get his farm on. Get that Blink, get the level 11. And it looks like Russia are really letting him get some farm here in the woods. Morphling going for a BKB. Interesting. Of course, could be relevant against these Scourge heroes. I mean, there's an arrow to threaten him. There's especially the Thrall Silence is effectively counted. I believe it doesn't go through BKB, or does it now? Actually, I think the Thrall Silence goes through BKB. And that means that the Morphling is still going to be trapped inside that fucking kinetic field. I don't think you can walk through kinetic field with BKB either, but you might be able to. Again, my knowledge on the Thrall area is not that good. Conker pushing mid. He's getting so fat on this hero. Does he have anything on the Crow? What's in base? Well, there's almost a full Diffusal Blade for the Podam. And Podam, just speaking of Podam, Fisher, Tornado, EMP, stun, perfect play by the Russians. Getting that Podam out with all their stuns comboed, very, very well executed. And this is the sort of moves they need to be looking at. Getting those single kills while this Romanian team is split. And it's going to happen again. Konka completely out of position. Lion did not know what he was doing there. At least I don't know what Lion was doing there. And this gives Russia an opening. They're going to try to push it through. Morphling is there. Kinetic field is not really doing anything. Morphling goes in, stun, Thrall is there. Gonna combo him completely, the BKB is off. Oh, that Morphling is dealing a lot of damage, but he is not going to be able to finish off the Thrall as he force staffs away. But still important for the Russians here to get these 2 towers, and that was the comeback they needed, the momentum. That was a lot of gold for all of them. Even though they lost their own top tower, it was still a very, very big moment to get these 2 towers and a couple of kills. And the Morphling is getting fatter by the minute. And the question is if he can handle this on his own later on. He is the sole carry of the Sentinel heroes. Does have a remarkable farm now, up to 174. We've got 150 on 2 Scourge heroes, Konka as well as Podam. Konka seems to be going for BKB, not the Lothars. And the Blink is up on Lion as well. Didn't even notice that. I guess he had that in the fight, and that really set up things for them down on bottom as well. Shaker does have his Blink gold as well. So that just goes to show how much a couple of gangs and towers can do. Romania, all of a sudden, not really in the lead of the game anymore. And a little bit of a pause. Cliff said 1 minute. So this is your time, guys. This is your time in the chat to make the call while we're paused. Who's going to win this game and why? Haha, then Angie asks me to bet. Alright, so it seems like the opinions are more split now than before the game. Before the game we had a call primarily for Romania winning it, and now it's more split between Romania and Russia. So this is very much going to be about momentum and who gets the good engage. The engage is everything now. They've got a Shaker Blink on the Sentinel, and they've got a huge teamfight combo on the Scourge, so it's all about who gets in properly on the opening. Of course, Roshan will have a role to play as well. I believe that one will be killed at some point. course, Scourge has Russian advantage based on the way the map is made. Wards down here, though. The Russians will see the Romanians going for it, unless if they follow the narrow path here. Are they doing it? Phoenix is not. Oh, he might have been spotted by the ward. Might not. Let's see if the Russians realize. They're way far. They're far back in their base. Invoker and Morphling are far away, and they don't have a replicate. The Scourge are gonna be able to do this on time if they don't get scared off. And the Russians obviously are not aware of what's going on. They're not even moving there, or they've just given up on it. And this is huge for the Romanians. This is the rebuttal they needed after the bad fight they had just before. And this Aegis, who does it go on? Conker gets it. Alright.
A player's forces are under attack.
Should have a save on that. After the gang, of course, Anji. Okay. So the save is done. Everything is looking a little bit gloomy. Who dares make the engage? We've got a smoke on a couple of Scourge heroes. This guy is going to be the deciding factor in the fights for the Russians. If he gets taken out fast, they don't have so much left.
Are under attack.
At least not right-click wise. The Scourge, on the other hand, have both Potom and Conker to deal a lot of damage, so there's two heroes that the Sentinel need to get rid of. Invoker is far away from his Ginzu, I believe. He doesn't have anything, no. He has the ultimate orb, and he's about 2,100 away from that. Roughly. Lion is up here sneaking around. Has quite a bit of gold on that line as well, and what could really win this game for the Russians is that they get a couple of more BKBs up. So that's going to deny a lot of the Scourge's power that they get the BKB up. It's going to deny Torrent Ship. It's going to deny Thrall almost completely. Phoenix as well. And it's definitely important to get it here. There's a little bit of a wander of the Colossus in the background to bring some epicness to this game, as it is a little stalled right now. Freeze is still farming mid. He might be aiming for a Ginsu as well, and that's really what the Scourge need right now as well. A Ginsu's side of the Vice here could really lock down this poor little bastard and kill him off. Of course, Morph is not a poor little bastard, but he will be a poor little bastard in the fight if he gets hexed and burst out. But so far, the Romanians can't really count on taking him out within the stuns because they don't have a hex. And thus, the engage on Morphling is almost impossible without him using BKB. They need a long-range arrow or something of the sort to make that happen. And that's very, very unreliable to count on getting an arrow, at least on such high-skilled game. You shouldn't base a strategy around hitting arrows to set up kills. Not necessarily, at least. I mean, it can be good in gangs, but it shouldn't be your teamfight initiation. This, however, could be the initiation. There's a sentry though. Vigos has the sentry in mid. He's going to see them coming. Trying to bait with the... successfully doing so as well, or is he? They know it's the replicate. But nothing came out of that. Oh, did it? Arrow? Vigos blinking off. He got the blink, else he would have died to swap there. So just on time. Invoker burning some of the Thrall's mana here. Tornado EMP combo, and now Morphling is gonna just wave over and not do anything. Oh, Shaker engage! There's the Blink Dagger. They take out the Vengeful instantly. Conker's in here with BKB. Phoenix dealing massive damage. There's the exploding stun from the egg. Once it explodes, it stuns everybody in the area. Arrow on Lion. They got 2 kills for 2. Morphling is trying to get some damage done here, but can't really manage. Oh, he does manage though. He does manage to take out that Phoenix. Shaker blinking away. Morphling wants to take the fight to Potom. Not a wise decision, bro. He doesn't have the mana. Vayne. He takes the fall. Fisher is not coming, but the finger is. Aegis is still up on the Conker though, and he could be able to take this fight. He's going to do whatever he can at least. Oh, it's going to be important for the Russians to get this Aegis away. Oh, he's stun locked. There's the Torrent. It's not going to do much help. Unless he can get the cleave off. Once he gets off, he's going to kill the Shaker with it. Mistimed by Lina. And the cleave is not going to be hitting. Blink did get off in time from the Shaker. Rebuy from Phoenix. He's on the way. Conker just getting stun locked. Completely unable to act. And now the Phoenix! Oh, he should have. Oh, he does get the spirits off, so he does get that kill on that Shaker. But now he's becoming the target. But Pazarel, the Lina has mana for one spell. There it goes. Oh, he just flew over there with the fire. With the Sunray you can fly, but it didn't cut it. And what a fight for the Russians. Not only do they claim all of the Scourge heroes, they claim the Phoenix twice and the Conquer twice. All on the back of a beautiful Shaker engage coming out of a cliff. Immediately getting rid of Vengeful. And that's what the Romanians need to be careful. This swap is key to them in the fights. Without the Venge at this point, it's going to be hard. He's also got Command Aura, even though it's only level 1. It still has a role to play in the fights and they need it. Thrall up top. Invoker sneaking around here a bit. What has he bought? He died in the fight. Perhaps he didn't buy anything. No, he just has 1500 gold. Venge getting some much needed experience for level 13. He's got Command Aura level 2 now. Arrow's going to miss for Sony here, but he's aiming towards a BKB as well. It's going to be Battle of the BKBs this game, I can tell. BKB as well, a fantastic counter to Invoker as well as the Earthshaker and Lion. So BKBs on the Scourge side would be important too. Totem is taking whatever farm he can. Now he's joined by Conquer. Conquer of course had the BKB in the last fight, and his next item could be very, very crucial to the Romanians. As we know, that cleave deals 1,000,000 damage, and if he gets a Lothars, it deals 1,125 damage. Or if he gets a crit, it deals 2,500,000 damage actually with Bereza. So that, just making sure that it's the actual factor on the Bereza is 2.5, and yes it is. Used to be 2.4, so that's a little bit of nostalgia again. But it looks like the Romanians really mean serious business, not turtling this one tiny bit. They want to move again. They want to take the fight. And they need to be so careful that the Shaker doesn't get a clean jump, as he might be able to now if he sees the option. But Thrall is in position. Fisher, Conquer is caught off in a very bad position, but they seem like the Russians didn't dare make the engage. Arrow and Shaker. Is this the engaged Torrent? Is the ship coming? There it is. No, it's not. There it is. Kinetic Field is going to hold Shaker in place. The Shaker is not going to get anything off this fight. We've got a Shaker trade so far. Shaker was traded for the Phoenix, and the BKBs of both carries, of the carries on both sides have been used. And this means that this tower is definitely Romania's. The question is if they can push through for more. Morphling Replicate sniffing around up here. He could use it to get in on the fight. Is following them at least. Still no Ginsu on the Scourge side to remove that Replicate. And they're going to be happy to get that tower just, and now they're going to retreat. Thrall looking close, looking to get close to a Ginsu now, as well as pretty much as close as Invoker is. Invoker is not getting Ginsu, so he's closer than Invoker. Invoker's looking for a Skadi, by the looks of it, or an Aghanims. I believe it's the first. Or that would be a pretty wasted ultimate. Looking to engage. Oh, Venge! Beautiful swap! It's actually almost gonna save him, but it might get... Oh, that Morphling. Morph. So powerful. That Morph spell can keep him alive from Sony. And what a swap from Venge. Almost saved him, but in the end it did get 2 kills to the Russians here. And this could be their chance to push through. With Potom out of the picture, he doesn't have rebuy gold at all. They're going for it. Oh, Romania getting caught out. Impale's gonna hit. Tornado. X. No, oh, there's the Torrent. Beautifully timed. Seems like he's silenced. Conquer needs one more hit. Glimpse. He's again invis, and they don't have the dust. Vigos is fighting him. Unwise decision. Oh, needs to get those. Oh, the Sunray is gonna hit it. Oh, perfectly Sunrayed after that. So Pazarel does get a response kill on Vigos, and the rest of the Sentinel team are retreating as Morphling is farming up top. Sunray finds Shaker. It's just an illusion. And the Ginsu is almost up on this Thrall. This is going to be so important to Romania that words cannot cover it almost, that they get this Ginsu up. We'll see what Kunkka will be looking at. Will it be a Lothar's? Will it be a crit? Will it be Kiras? Expecting to see one of those. Got quite a bit of gold, he's up to 3,000. Vengeful Spirit. Looking around, trying to find heroes. They've got some pretty good vision up here, the Romanians. There's a ward here. Oh, that's the Russian ward, so not too much actually. The Russians are using a lot of sentry wards to try and find the wards of the Romanians, but they're not really finding them. The Romanians successfully has a ward here. That's very, very important to avoid getting ganked in the river, and especially to keep an eye out for wood movement around this slope, which is really what could set up kills for Russia, especially if they want to push mid. They need to know that the Russians are not coming from up there. 300 gold for that Ginsu. Morphling's picked up a Skadi all of a sudden. Wow, I didn't even see that one coming, so Morphling is definitely getting his farm on as well. Azen's got 2600 on the line, could easily be getting a BKB in not too long. Invoker's still looking for that Skadi, not too far away, but if they're getting two Skadis, that would really be surprising, and I don't see the point in getting a Skadi on both Morphling as well as Invoker. Big Stone Dude is up. This is gonna perhaps be the game-deciding battle. It's gonna fall here soon. And Thrall is gonna be so bloody sad that he's 200 away from that Ginsu right now if they're gonna take that fight. So he's going to try to get it in mid, I think, while the Russians are moving down to bottom. He feels kind of safe knowing that... Well, how does he feel kind of safe? He actually doesn't have any vision up here, so he's taking a chance here, is Frieza. And there's smoke coming off as well. He's going to get it now. He just got the gold for the Ginsu. He's going to go and buy that, and they might be taking Roshan on the back of that as well, knowing that they have the Hex if Morphling jumps in without BKB on. And there we go. There it is. Hex is getting bought. They're getting the Roshan. Russia need to get ready for this. This is a big fight coming up. They're all getting in position, and Kunkka is getting pummeled on. He's actually lost half of his HP, and Phoenix is healing him up a little bit with those spirits. Thrall. Oh, good 4-staff from Frieza. He's going to keep him alive there. He's going to Hex Vigos, who almost got caught in the kinetic field, but only on the edge of it. And now we actually had yellow. Lion has TP'd back to base. Looking to get that BKB. He's got it now. This is important to the Russians. Reaching an epic fight, I can tell right now. Anything can happen based on this engagement with the BKBs. And depending on the strength this Kunkka reaches, he's getting so much farm. Middle, Morphling is taking the fight to bottom. Morphling seems to be the one losing that battle right now. It seems like Bottom can really take the fight to him. Shaker ulti, only gonna hit Venge, and now the Lion... Oh, it actually hit Phoenix as well, but the Lion figure takes down Phoenix. We've got a couple of trades here. We've got two heroes dead for both sides. Now it's gonna be Vigos. Oh, beautiful blink from Vigos is gonna keep him alive just on the edge. Bottom sees a Morphling waving past him, but he completely chooses to ignore him to get that Lion down. Now Kunkka is on the back of Morphling. Morphling needs to waveform. One nuke, waveform, the diffuser is there. He is going to get him down. Is Ginsu up soon? We've got a rebuy from Invoker as well. He's back in the mix. Kinetic field, Torrent is going to hit. Ship comes. They haven't even used the ship. How did they not use the ship in that fight? And now Morphling is going to get glimpsed by Thrall. Very well played by Thrall there to actually stay alive against that jumping Morphling. Kunkka, good Torrent. Oh, almost good Torrent. Doesn't actually hit Invoker, but a nice Ice Wall. And now he's going to die. And now Thrall. Oh, Thrall. Does he have the 4-staff? It's a long stun from Morphling. Doesn't matter. He had loads of strength stacked up, so that was almost a 3-second stun. And now this is going to be a save. Russians getting so close to this victory now. Going to be pushing mid with 3 heroes against 0. Well, actually 1 hero is out now. That's the Vengeful Spirit, but won't play much of a role in defending this. Still, anything can happen though. This is so close and exciting game. There's no telling what's going to come out of this yet. But I'm still missing some ships from Lion, I have to say. I feel like the ship is not being used well enough. for the Romanians, and that's what's crippling them a little bit in the fight. Not only do they lack the stun from it, they could actually do without the stun if they get the shift effect on the supports, so the supports get to use their abilities. The Phoenix is efficiently being taken out by the Sentinel, so he doesn't get the egg off. Or if he does, it gets off at a bad position without follow-up from the Kunkka. And I just missed that the Sentinel were taking the Roshan there, so that's even more down their pockets. And now if this one goes further than this Aegis, there's going to be a cheese on the next Roshan, and that's just going to make it even more important to get that Roshan. Invoker's getting spotted by... oh, he was actually hitting the tower. He's just getting terrored by the Venge to scare him away, and successfully does so. So they're going to hold the tower on the back of that terror. Up top. Oh, Phoenix getting bursted out by Shaker as well as Lina, and they instantly blinking out after it. Thrall. Beautiful play. Beautiful, beautiful play. 4 staffs in. Gets him back with the Glimpse. And now he's going to need to use the silence, but he doesn't get to use it. Where's the silence? He has used it already. Thrall is going to be the target instead, but now he's going to survive. Lina does not finish the job. Instead, now Potom is showing up to try to finish the job for the Romanians, and he's also giving up. Alright, Frieza got killed by the Lion from the back, so a good play from Aizen to actually finish the job for the Russians, but this fight was a big mess. And the Shaker successfully TPs out and stays alive as Morphling is getting the middle tower pushed. And he's getting very fat. He's almost got the butterfly now as well. Arrow's gonna miss. Does have the BKB up on Potom. Lina's got a lot of gold racked up as well, so might be going for a BKB himself as well. This Morphling is definitely not a force to be reckoned with now. Kunkka went for Saint-Jin Yasha. I have to say I'm a little bit dumbfounded by that.
A player's forces are under attack.
I really don't understand this. Anyway, bottom, Morphling is trying to engage. The egg has been used by the Phoenix, so that's not going to be ready for the next about 1.5 minutes. Arrow. Sony almost hits that Shaker. That would have been huge. He's actually going for it. He gets the hit. Is there defusal? Is there defusal? Lina is there from the back. Vayne is trying to clean up. He got the Phoenix far into the fight, and this Fisher is going to lock them off nicely. While Lina is trying to come through. Dragon Slave. Morphling. They're gonna be an engage. Here it comes. Shaker gets in. Romania is toast. Romania completely getting ripped. As this Kunkka will take the fall now as well. As Potom is trying to get some rebuttal kills, but it's just not gonna happen. Romania losing 3 heroes. Oh wow, they're actually very, very low. And there's the finger. Good game, well played is going to come off from Pazarel. So they're actually giving it up here. The streak is ended. Russia take a game in which they won the first and the third game. So the first time in the MYM Nations 3, the team winning the second game loses the third in a best of 3. So there's a little bit of a statistic combo breaker there. And wow, what a game! Russia finally taking it on the back of that good mobility coming in from the Blink Daggers and the BKBs. And on the lack of some coordination from the Scourge side, they never really pulled their combo off like they should, and it ended up costing them the game. But anyway, still really good play from both sides. Congratulations to Russia for advancing in the winner bracket, and Romania will have to fight their way back from the losers bracket now. So we'll see how that one goes in the upcoming days. Thanks everybody for watching. This was MYM TV. I am Syndran, and yep. See you next time for the MYM Nations Cup.